Yo, it's Bahal. I've got a story for you, and it's not the kind you forget. Let's begin.
The story kicks off with a family celebrating Christmas, but suddenly the husband and wife start arguing. The husband shoves the wife hard, knocking her down. The girl gets scared and locks herself in her room. Since the girl won't open the door, the father grabs a stick to break it down. Just then the girl opens the door, and in a tragic accident, the father kills her with the stick. Cut to the father holding a grand funeral for the girl. But the next morning, the girl wakes up in her room, looking over 10 years older. Her childhood clothes don't fit, so she throws on a t-shirt and heads to the woods. There, this man runs into her and asks if she's cold. He gives her his big coat, but he is not a good guy. Using the excuse of taking the girl to the hospital, he drives her to his place and brags about his air conditioning. He makes her tea, offers his sweatshirt, and even helps her change. The girl doesn't resist and surprisingly lets him undress. When he's about to grope her, she suddenly grabs his hand, pushes him onto the sofa, starts dancing, and then stabs him in the eye and throat with a metal spoon from her teacup. She even sips his blood, satisfied. When cops arrive, they find no clues, only the girl's DNA, even though she was declared dead days earlier. Confused, the story shifts to her hunting for victims on the street. This time, she targets an office worker, but after trailing him, Cinema Boy interrupts, asking if she's cold and inviting her inside. The same trick the man used. Seeing the office worker's creepiness, the girl sets her sights on Cinema Boy, the owner of a cinema, who seems decent. After bringing her clothes, he behaves like a gentleman, avoiding taking advantage. But the girl tricks him into taking her home. After making tea, Cinema Boy says he's tired and wants to sleep since he has work the next day. The girl can't find a reason to kill him, so she leaves and goes after the creepy office worker, who was planning a date after washing his car. After driving away, the office worker gets his throat slit. Again, the police find no suspects, only the girl's DNA in the car. Night falls, and the girl passes a house where a happy family of 3 is having dinner. She wishes for a life like that. Then Cinema Boy, after work, finds the girl at the cinema entrance and asks where she was last night. Upset she didn't tell him. She doesn't answer but asks him a question. If you could live forever like a ghost or only one day like a human, what would you choose? Cinema Boy picks the latter without hesitation. The girl explains that if she were a ghost, she couldn't run her beloved cinema, see her father, or sit here talking to him. Turns out, after the girl was accidentally killed by her father, her soul went to the underworld where the Grim Reaper gave her 2 choices. She chose to live forever as a ghost, because she once saw her father secretly bring friends and women home one night and do terrible things. He told her not to tell her mom. After that, she vowed to kill all the bad people out there, becoming a ghost. Cinema Boy asks about her plans tonight. She says none. So he takes her to a friend's birthday party and gets drunk while she stays sharp. After dropping him home, she heads alone to a bar where a thug, one of Dad's party guests, approaches and crudely asks how much she'd charge for a ride. She just laughs. Cut to the thug taking her to a motel, undressing hurriedly and setting his phone to record. The girl pushes him onto the bed, and as he wonders if girls these days are wild, she stabs his throat with a spoon, just as she enjoying his blood. The door bursts open. A cleaner witnesses everything, so the girl chases him. They run, and on a steep hill, she strikes him with the spoon, killing him. She drags the body to a bush, but cops find it the next morning. Meanwhile, Cinema Boy is watching wrestling with the girl and says his father will come soon, but he needs to greet friends first. Showing the girl a photo on his phone, he tells her to wave if she sees him. But when she looks, it's the cleaner she killed. Panicked, the girl learns from the cops that Cinema Boy's father was murdered. Filled with regret for killing her beloved's father, the girl begs the Grim Reaper for another chance to live as a human, even for just an hour. The Grim Reaper agrees. She wakes up again in her room on Christmas Day. This time the father pushes the mom down, and young the girl hides in her room. As the father raises the stick, older the girl grabs it and pushes him into a room where a fight breaks out. Older the girl tells her to be quiet, her hands covered with blood. Checking the father's body, The girl finds him dead. The funeral turns out to be for the father, not the girl. The story ends with cinema boy closing the cinema for the day, the office worker finishing washing a car, and the thug heading to the motel, all as if nothing happened. But in reality, the dead one turned out to be the girl's father. That's the end of the movie.
You survived this one. I'm Bahal. Hit subscribe for more horror. And remember, the dark's never empty.